What's going down, y'all? It's your boy, Black Pegasus, and I wanted to get your thoughts and comments on what happened in Castle Rock, Colorado yesterday. So for any of you who aren't in Colorado, you can answer to what you think about this. But for mainly my people in Colorado, yesterday, a coffee shop slash brunch spot opened their doors illegally before, phase 3 or whatever starts reopening restaurants or the dining room areas of businesses as such. And they opened it and there was a flood of people. So this picture, some Karen went to the restaurant, took a picture, just walked in, took a picture, and then put it on the internet and sent it to news sources. I guess that's what it sounds like. So here's a picture of it right here. Look at the picture. You can see right here how many people are in there. It's super packed. So my question to you guys is, what do you think of this? Most of the people I see posting about it, like, you're selfish, this is gonna make things blah, 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 blah. And so I have a little bit of a different take on that, but I wondered what you guys thought. So before we move further, if you would like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. If not, it's all love too, I get it, right? So we're gonna keep things moving. So when I saw the picture, I was like, damn, that's a gang of people. So first and foremost, in the situation we're at, I'm not against businesses opening up against the government. In my mentality, fuck our government right now, for real. They're on some bullshit. I think they've handled a lot of this incorrectly, and I think small businesses are the main ones under fire. All these people collecting unemployment, they have the luxury to sit in their own homes and live, while people who've built up things for their whole life are facing the brink of extinction, and not even from bad choices. But what I do think we need some logic and common sense when reopening. So in my opinion, I'm cool with this coffee shop reopening illegally and servicing people. One thing I would have done a little bit better though, is there was way too many people in there. Even when we throw concerts, right? And I'm not saying people should throw concerts. I think that gyms, restaurants, and stuff like that should already be reopened, and there should be guidelines people are following just to help, because I know a lot of people are scared, and that can help, may possibly prevent some things. But I do think they should be opened, and if I was an owner of something, I would just do the red light special, open my shit, black out the front, put a red light in the back. Whoever wants to sign the waiver and come work out or do whatever, they can do that. Because again, in my opinion, this is America, and I just believe that there are certain things that are being done incorrectly. And I know a lot of people are scared, and they're manipulating this fear to the masses to keep it this way. In my personal opinion, I still am a big believer they should have taken the elderly, the at-risk, and the most compromised and had them quarantined so they're safe, and let the healthy people be out and keep this economy going, so we wouldn't be facing what we're facing. If you guys were, if they believe, this virus is that exponentially dangerous, which we can only go by the stats, So the first couple of weeks, I kind of agreed with the shutdown because we didn't know what was going on. But as things progressed, and now it's just so blatantly obvious that certain things have went way further than they need to. So in my opinion, I think it's okay that business reopened. Should they have had some other guidelines? I believe so. I do believe it was way too packed in there. It's like people are damn near sitting on each other. So I just think, they could have opened and just been like, hey, we're doing it this way, kind of like call ahead seating where there's these lines. But let's just keep it real. I went to Lowe's this weekend and Target. Lowe's, there's no lines. They let everyone in. There's like 500 to 750 at Lowe's this weekend. Then I went to Target. They're trying to follow the guidelines. So now there's a line of hundreds of people around the front of the building. And people are trying to keep 6 feet, but let's just keep it real. People aren't out there with measuring tape, and they're in clusters of families. I'm like, you guys are like, really, you guys have to, I personally think you have to see the logic in these things. So why can't a restaurant open under the same guidelines? Same with gyms. It's like you can follow these guidelines. People are going to make excuses, oh this, oh that, but there is ways to follow these guidelines and try to be safer if that's what you believe we need right now. So, in my personal opinion, I think it was okay for them to open. The one thing I think they don't realize they could face is the implication if someone did get the virus and died from it, they could possibly get sued and be put out of business. So what I believe business owners have to start thinking about too is a waiver, having a waiver and people sign to go in their business at their own risk, because the last thing you want to do is you're over here fighting to keep your small business alive, and then you get your ass sued because someone died because they are trying to link the virus to, you know, being at your shop, which would be hard to do because it's so contagious. That would be severely hard for them to prove in court. But just something to think about. The other thing that no one is talking about is all the people in the diner. You have all these people like, oh, this business owner was selfish. Granted, without it being open, there wouldn't be that many people in the diner, but it shows you the demand and how people do want to do this. And there's a sect of people that aren't in agreement with what's going on, and they're being muted by all of social media. So it's very interesting to see that, because if let's say the business owner did have people sign a waiver and there were still that many people in there, if all the people who are staying at home are going to be safe. You're going to be fine because you're not going out and doing anything. And even if you do believe it's an issue, you need to take a quick examination of Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, and Target. I've been to all of these places. Sometimes I just drive by and watch how things are going down. And for you to say that it's dangerous to go into a restaurant or a gym opposed to these places I just mentioned, you're tripping. And that just shows that, hey, if you can do that, you can do this. Even though you're like, well, that's essential, you should be a blah, blah, blah. I get what you're saying there. But if there's not these crazy outbreaks from these thousands of people going to grocery stores, Home Depot especially, etc., why do you think there is going to be these huge outbreaks from going to a restaurant where they spread the tables apart a little bit? They all do call ahead seating, do appointments, so it's not flustered with people. Same with gyms. Gyms can do appointments, appointment only, and now let, 15 people in this area of the gym. It's all doable. So anyways, I want to know what you guys think in the comments about this restaurant/diner opening up in Castle Rock before the shutdown allowed them to, and having a cluster of people in there. Let me know in your comments. Also, let me know if you totally disagree with me. I'm always down for some good candor, some neutral candor, nothing going crazy over the top troll stuff. Like, we're all gonna have our different opinions, but I wanna know what you guys think about this happening. Those are my opinions on it. I do believe, if people wanna sign a waiver or are willing to go into those places, like, why shouldn't they be allowed to? That's my opinion. And I believe that with all the statistics and all the things coming out now, it's kind of obvious. They've already, in New York, most of the people that, a huge percentage of the people that got the virus were staying at home. Facts. It's already been in multiple news outlets. You can look it up yourself. Also, everyone in Italy who died from the virus, I think they said it's at 90% plus. It might be 96% if I remember the number. Were compromised. All of them had prior health issues. Think about that for a little bit. I've been saying, in my opinion, from everything I've been seeing, I think the virus is a catalyst for elderly and people with health implications. But that always gets downplayed in people's fear. Oh, but this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. So hey, these are some of my opinions based off everything that I'm seeing coming in and where we're at right now. We're already almost in mid-May. So this has been going on since the middle of March. So let's just think about that as well. And shout out to all the people who are being safe, productive, and proactive. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you're still down with me after my opinions and thoughts, subscribe to my channel. Much love, y'all. Love, light, and beyond. It's your boy, Black Pegasus, BKG, until the death of me.